Wow, you guys are right on time. Trish is here. Hello. And I'm running. I was actually 5 or 10 seconds late today. I don't know. I'm going to have to talk to my employee about that. Anyway, thanks for coming to Steve's Virtual Piano Bar. I'm going to just start right in singing, and I'll tell you about the eclipse also. Somewhere along the way, I've got actually some pictures and video footage of the family viewing the eclipse down in Pittsboro, Indiana. Let's see. It was a lot of fun. It was a spectacular experience to see the eclipse and to see a full eclipse. But I'll tell you about that in a minute. You're just too marvelous, marvelous for words, like glorious, glamorous, and that old standby amorous. It's all too wonderful. I'll never find the words that say enough, tell enough. I mean, they just aren't swell enough. You're much, too much, just too very, very to ever be in Webster's dictionary. And so I'm borrowing a love song from the birds to tell you that you're marvelous, too marvelous for words. You're just too marvelous for words, like glorious, glamorous, and that old standby amorous. It's all too wonderful. They'll never find the words that say enough, tell enough. I mean, they just aren't swell enough. You're much, too much, just too very, very to ever be in Webster's dictionary. And so I'm borrowing a love song from the birds to tell you that you're marvelous, tell you that you're marvelous, too marvelous for words. Hit that high note. All right, getting started somehow. This 3 o'clock hour creeps up on me pretty fast, but I just got back from Indiana kind of late last night after viewing the eclipse, and I'm gonna show it. Wait till more people show up, and I'll show you a little some videos and pictures from the family gathering. And not only did we have an amazing view of the eclipse, but had a little family reunion, and had a lot of good food and some laughs and some good times. So there's that. And I don't know why the piano player or the computer operator here leaves the computer keyboard on my piano so that it makes it very difficult to play piano. I mean, how would you like it if somebody put a computer keyboard on your piano? Anyway, that's better. So I'm also thinking, I want to make sure I have the reverb off. I heard from Ron Melman. He's going to be away from his computer during the broadcast, but he might be able to peek in on his cell phone if Ron Melman, if you're listening, just want to say hi. And spring is definitely feeling like it's coming in, and I think I'm going to do the spring show this Sunday evening at 8 p.m. I'm going to do my collection of songs about spring, and that should be fun. A lot of songs about spring. I'll remember April. Yes, spring. Spring is here. Why isn't my heart dancing? Spring is here. Songs like that. And when the red robin comes bobbing along, along. Some happy songs. Some spring songs are sad. So we have to be like this one. I'm going to actually try one out. This is called A Time for Love. And it's kind of a song about spring, but I like to try out new songs sometimes. And who better to try out new songs than you guys, because we're family, right? Actually, it's not that exactly a sad song, but it's kind of an emotional, sweet love song ballad called A Time for Love. A time for summer skies, for hummingbirds and butterflies, for tender words that harmonize with love. A time for climbing hills, for leaning out of windowsills, admiring the daffodils above. A time for holding hands together, a time for rainbow-colored weather, a time of make-believe that we've been dreaming of. As time goes drifting by, the willow bends, and so do I. But oh, my friends, whatever skies above, I know a time for spring, a time for fall, but most of all, a time for love. A time for holding hands together, a time for rainbow-colored weather, a time of make-believe we've been dreaming of. As time goes drifting by, the willow bends and so do I. But oh, my friends, whatever skies above, I know a time for spring, a time for fall, but most of all, a time for love. heard the breeze in the trees singing weird melodies, and they made that the start of the blues. And from a jail came a wail of a downhearted frail. Then they played that as the start of the blues. From a whippoorwill high on a hill, there came a blue note, pushed it through a horn till it was born into a new note. And then they nursed it, rehearsed it, then they gave out the news that the Southland gave birth to the blues. From a whippoorwill high on a hill, there came a blue note, pushed it through a heart till it was born into a new note. And then they nursed it, rehearsed it, and gave out the news that the Southland gave birth to the blues. That the Southland to the blues. Well, won't you come along with me down the Mississippi? We'll take a boat to the land of dreams, steam down the river down to New Orleans. Well, the band's there to greet us, old friends to meet us, where all the light and the dark folks meet. Heaven on earth, they call it Basin Street. Basin Street is the street where the elite always meet. Down in New Orleans, the land of dreams, you'll never know how nice it seems or just how much it really means. So glad to be, yes sirree. Welcome's free, so dear to me, where I can lose my Basin Street blues. Oh, it's Basin Street is the street where the elite always meet. Down in New Orleans, the land of dreams, you'll never know how nice it seems or just how much it really means. So glad to be, yes sirree. Welcome's free, so dear to me, where I can lose my Basin Street blues, yeah. Okay. All right. It's a Wednesday afternoon here in northern Michigan because we are on Eastern time, yeah. And hello, Steve. I don't know if we know each other, but thanks for stopping by and for your comment. And we have a little little bit of a small crowd here today, but that's okay. I just love doing these broadcasts, even if it kind of reminds me, it is almost exactly like the vibe you have when you're playing a piano bar, which I did for about 30 years in Chicago. And sometimes you have just a couple of people sitting at the piano listening. Sometimes you have a whole group of pianos sitting all around the piano, like 10 people. Sometimes you'll have 10 people sitting at the piano plus another 40 people standing listening to you in back of the piano. And sometimes you're there all by yourself with nobody standing around. So, you have to get used to all kinds of settings when you're playing it at a piano bar in the big city, or in any city, or in any town. Or I'm actually in a very small town right now called Vanderbilt, Michigan, which I think the population is about 400. I always forget. Hey, Steve Brown's here. We've got the Steves all over the place here. Steve's on YouTube, so you can't see the comments from the Facebook section, but there's another Steve who popped in who's a new friend, and Steve Brown's here from, I think, Wisconsin. I think you're in Wisconsin now, right? But I'm going to play some Sinatra. Yeah. I've got you under my skin. I've got you deep in the heart of me. So deep in my heart, you're really a part of me. I've got you under my skin. I tried so not to begin. I said to myself, this affair never will go so well. So why should I try to resist when, darling, I know so well that I've got you under my skin. I'd sacrifice anything, come what might, for the sake of having you near, in spite of a warning voice calls in the night and repeats in my ear. Don't you know, little fool, you never can win. Use your mentality, wake up to reality. Each time I do, the thought of you makes me stop before I begin. And I've got you under my skin. I'd sacrifice anything, come what might, for the sake of having you near, in spite of a warning voice calls in the night and repeats in my ear. Don't you know, little fool, you never can win. Use your mentality, wake up to reality. Each time I do, just the thought of you makes me stop before I begin. And I've got you under my skin. All right. right, turning the reverb down. Thanks for that heads up on that, Steve. And let me know if it's really hard for me to tell sometimes what the parameters are on the audio. I'm kind of going by the seat of my pants, but let me know if this audio is better. All right, let me just try a few bars. I could even turn the reverb off, I'm thinking, Here's with reverb off. Maybe that's even better. Oh, if you ever change your mind, how about leaving me behind? Oh, bring it to me. Bring your sweet lovin'. Bring it on home to me. I laughed when you left. Now I know that I only hurt myself. Oh, bring it to me. Bring your sweet lovin'. Bring it on home to me. Yeah. I'll give you jewelry and money too. That ain't all I'll do for you. Oh, bring it to me. Bring your sweet lovin'. Bring it on home to me. Yeah, 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 yeah. I tried to treat you right, but you stayed out to broad daylight. Oh, bring it to me. Bring your sweet lovin'. Bring it on home to me. Yeah. Oh, if you ever change your mind about leaving me behind, oh, bring it to me. Bring your sweet lovin'. Bring it on home to me. Oh, yeah. Do a little blues. Boogaloo. Well, I don't want much. I just want a little bit. I don't want it all. I just want a little bit. Just a teeny weeny bit. A teeny weeny bit of your love. Turn the lights down low. Honey, slip me a kiss. Turn the lights down low. I just can't resist. From a teeny weeny bit, the teeny weeny bit of your love. forever, not just a peace of mind. Please say you'll never leave me till the end of time. From a teeny weeny bit, just a teeny weeny bit of your love. Give me some money. I want money. Well, I don't want much. I just want a little bit. No, I don't want it all. Just want a little bit. Just a teeny weeny bit. Just a teeny weeny bit of your love. Just a teeny weeny bit. A teeny weeny bit of your love. Just a teeny weeny bit. A teeny weeny bit of your love. All right. Hey, Steve Zawissa is here. We've got Steves all over the place. And they're all musicians. And Trish is here too. She's a piano player herself. So we're just a gathering of musicians here. All right. That's fun. That's a lot of fun. Well, since I got the Sinatra hat, I'm going to do one more Sinatra tune. And Barbie Brown is here too. Hey, your name's not Steve, though. We've got all Steves, except for Barb and Trish. But you're welcome here too. Well, I took a trip on a train, and I thought about you. Looked down a shadowy lane, and I thought about you. 2 or 3 cars parked under the stars in a winding stream. Moon shining down on some little town, and with each beam the same old dream. And every stop that we made, oh, I thought about you. I pulled down the shade, and I really felt blue. I peeked through the crack and looked at that track, the one going back to you. And what did I do? What did I do? I thought about you. Hello, Anne-Marie. Took a trip on a train, and I thought about you. Looked down a shadowy lane, and I thought about you. 2 or 3 cars parked under the stars in a winding stream. Moon shining down on some little town, and with each beam the same old dream. Every stop that we made, oh, I thought about you. And when I pulled down the shade, then I really felt blue. I peeked through the crack and looked at that track, the one going back to you. And what did I do? What did I do? What did I do? I thought about you. All right, yeah. I can change hats now. We got the A team here, so I'm gonna put the A team hat on. So Anne Marie, all the way from Canada, coming into view. Steve Zawissa is down in Detroit area, and we've got Trish, who's in the Chicago area, I believe, unless you're traveling, Trish. But because Steve Brown is watching and he's a drummer, I'm going to do the one jazz tune I know that has a drum solo. I think we used to do this one, Steve, but it's in 5/4 time, so it's a little tricky. But Steve Brown was a rock and roll drummer, but he was actually very good at playing jazz. And also, he's one of the founders of the rock and roll idiom up in McHenry County. I think I mentioned that last time. I hope you don't mind me saying that again, Steve. Pioneers, rock and roll, which started back in the early '60s. But here, this is called Take 5. And I don't have a drummer here to do the drum solo, so you'll just have to imagine it. Won't you stop and take a little time out with me? Just take 5. Stop your busy day and take the time out to see that I'm alive. And though I'm going out of my way just so I can pass by each day, not a single word do we say. It's a panorama, not a play. So let no one lies out for me. I feel tingles down to my feet. Your smile gets much too discreet, sends me on my way. Wouldn't it be better not to be so polite? You could offer me a light. Start a little conversation, now it's alright. Just take 5. One, two, three, four, five. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Just take 5. Jazz. Dave Brubeck played that song, and his sax player Paul Desmond wrote that song. How about that? One of the few songs to get into the mainstream song rotation that's in 5/4 time. Very unusual. Although I think Pink Floyd did some stuff in 5/4 time later on. But Amy's here. Hello. Well, I'm going to play one more song, and then after this song, I'm going to show a little video presentation of family gathering and watching the eclipse down in Indiana. So I'll play that right after I do one more song, and it's, of course, Summertime. Summertime, and the living is easy. Fish are jumping, the cotton is high. Oh, your daddy's rich and your ma is good looking. So hush, little baby, don't you cry. One of these mornings, gonna rise up singing. You're gonna spread your wings, take to the sky. But till that morning, there ain't nothing can harm you. With your daddy and your mama standing by. Oh, summertime, and the living is easy. Fish are jumping, the cotton is high. Oh, your daddy's rich and your ma is good looking. So hush, little baby, don't you cry. In the summertime, in the summertime, good old summertime. Summertime and spring is here. This Sunday is when I'm probably going to do my spring fling. I'm going to do spring songs. Hi. Well, thank you, Amy. And here's a little video of what it was like watching the eclipse with my family down in Pittsboro, Indiana. And here, I think I have it set up. I'm pretty sure I have it set up right. Hold on. I think this is going to work. If it doesn't, I'll come right back. Oop, that's not it. Maybe it's here. Oh, boy. I don't have it set up, but I will. Okay, you can still hear me. So this is a picture of my studio, by the way. I'm changing the name to Main Street Studio. So I will just start this video clip as soon as I find it. Here we go. I think you'll still be able to hear me. How come the movie's not playing? Okay. Come on, play. Maybe I have to take that picture off. Let's see. Let me get that picture. Main Street. There we go. Here we go. Okay. Here is the video. Here is the video from Pittsboro, Indiana, where we viewed the eclipse with my sisters, Audrey and Mary, Audrey's husband, Larry, and my two nephews, Stephen and Rory. And here we are watching the eclipse, and I get a rough idea of what it was like. Here we go. I don't know if there's much sound from these movies that I took. We were all very quiet while we were watching the eclipse. It's hard to tell by the videos.
It's about 7/8 now.
It was 7/8. I said it was 7/8 right there at that point. So we're watching it, and the sun is almost completely blocked by the moon. And there it is completely blocked. But it's really hard to tell. It's just an iPhone camera. So I borrowed these movies from the internet, and I'll probably get sued. But anyway, somebody took some very nice movies of these are sped up a little bit. But here we are. This is right about at the peak of and here's some other videos that I borrowed from the internet. What it's like to see this is about what it looks like too. It's very striking to see the eclipse. And then here we are. You can tell it's dark, but it's really hard to get the exact feeling. The moon is completely in front of the sun. And the dogs were barking, and the neighborhood started barking, and it got really quiet. Temperature went down about 6 or 7 degrees. So it was really, really, really interesting. There's my nephews, my brother-in-law, my sisters, my nephew's girlfriend, and my other sister is on the left.
Purple. Or is that my eyes? No, there it comes. There it's coming.
Yeah, I see it now. Look at it.
Yeah, it was just past the peak, and now the sun was starting to come out again.
Oh, it's coming back to light.
It's coming back.
Yeah, it's coming back.
Oh, whoa.
So there's it. That was it. That was what it was like seeing the eclipse down in Indiana on Monday at about, I think it hit the totality about 3 p.m. Monday down in Indiana. So, okay, enough of that, I guess. Oh, wow, it's already time for the musician to take I just did take a break, but I didn't bring my bottle of wine with me today, but I do have a little cup of coffee, so I can chat with you guys for a little while. Thanks for coming by. And Steve Brown is in town. I might have to stop. Maybe I'll stop by and say hi, or Steve, you can come over, say hi, see my studio sometime while you're in town, if you're going to be in town for another day or two. And we'll talk. Oop, I don't want to spill coffee on my keyboard. And I want to display the Starbucks logo, so the Starbucks will send me a check. Yep. And speaking of that, there's Murray and Murphy, and they're watching very politely. And also, I appreciate any tips you're able to send my way. I appreciate that. Not necessary or expected, but always helpful to have a tip. So thank you for that. And back to the music. We'll do a little James Taylor. Just yesterday morning, they let me know you were gone. Susan, the plans they made put an end to you. Walked out this morning and I wrote down this song. Just can't remember who to send it to. Well, I've seen fire and I've seen rain. Sunny days that I thought would never end. Lonely times when I could not find a friend. But I always thought that I'd see you again. Won't you look down upon me, Jesus? You got to help me make a stand. Just gotta see me through another day. My body's aching and my time is at hand. I just can't make it any other way. I've seen fire and I've seen rain. Seen sunny days that I thought would never end. Lonely times when I could not find a friend. But I always thought that I'd see you again. Walking my mind to an easy time, my back turned toward the sun. Lord knows when the cold wind blows, it'll turn your head around. Hours of time on the telephone line, talk about things to come. Sweet dreams, flying machines, and pieces on the ground. Well, I've seen fire and I've seen rain. Seen sunny days that I thought would never end. And lonely times when I could not find a friend. But I always thought that I'd see you again. Well, I've seen fire, I've seen rain. Sunny days that I thought would never end. And lonely times when I could not find a friend. But always thought that I'd see you, babe, one more time again. Stacy Bone. Lovers say that in France, when they thrill to romance, it means that it's so good. Stacy Bone. So I say it to you, like French people do. It means that it's so good. Every sigh, every hug, every kiss, dear, lead to only one thing, and it's this, dear. Stacy Bone. Nothing else can replace just your slightest embrace. And if you only would be my whisper this phrase, my darling, say C-Bone. Every sigh, every thrill, every kiss, dear, lead to only one thing, and it's this, dear. Say C-Bone. Nothing else can replace just your slightest embrace. And if you only would be my own for the rest of my days, I will whisper this phrase, my darling, say C-Bone, 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 my darling, say C-Bone. Reminds me of a night in Tunisia. to do a song by Antonio Carlos Jobim. I know that Steve Zawissa is somewhat knowledgeable about Portuguese, so I don't know. I think this song has Portuguese lyrics, but I'm not sure. It's called Meditation. I'm sure it's got to have Portuguese lyrics there somewhere, but I don't know them. I know the English lyrics, so let me do it in English. In my loneliness, when you're gone and I'm all by myself and I need your caress, I just think of you, and the thought of me holding you near makes my loneliness soon disappear. When you're far away, only to close my eyes and you are here to stay. I just close my eyes, and the sadness that missing you brings soon is gone, and this heart of mine sings. Yes, I love you so, that for me is all I need to know. I will wait for you till the sun falls from out of the sky, for what else can I do? I will wait for you, meditating how sweet life will be when you come back to me. Oh yes, I love you so, that for me is all I need to know. I will wait for you till the sun falls from out of the sky, for what else can I do? I will wait for you, meditating how sweet life will be when you come back to me. Meditating how sweet life will be when you come back to me. All right, I keep wanting to turn that reverb on, but I'm forcing myself not to do that. All right, well, thank you, A-Team, for coming by, and thank you, everyone, for listening today. And I think we all survived the eclipse. I survived the eclipse and also the drive down to Indiana, 6 hours each way. Thank you very much. And but we have a beautiful day here in northern Michigan. The weather, spring is coming, so spring is going to be the theme Sunday night for my Sunday night virtual piano bar. That will be 8 p.m. Sunday. And it's a lot of songs about spring. I've got a new song. Ooh, it's not here. It's over on my desk that I'm working on, the Mel Torme song. About a song about April. That's all I'm going to say, but it's beautiful song that's not very often performed. So, and also if you have request songs you want to have about spring, let me know. I'm going to do When the Red Red Robin Comes Bob Bob bobbing along. and some other songs. So thanks for coming. Steve Brown, I want to see you while you're in town. That would be great. Got something that I want to ask you about. And we'll see all you guys on Sunday at Steve's Virtual Piano Bar, 8 p.m. And also Wednesdays at 3 p.m. I'm thinking the wheels are turning about Mackinac Island, because that's going to start on May 16th. And I'm going to figure out some way to do some broadcasts from Mackinac Island too. So thank you guys. Love you all. We'll see you again soon.